This is my sketch for a fake jelly cat cake. Let's get started. Just going to put this up here. The first step is to remove these hinges. So if you remember from like a transition that I did maybe a few months ago, I'll put a picture video of it up here right now. This is the exact same process. This is the exact same process as my rectangular one. So I have these two colors here, mocha and golden brown. These were the two colors that I think will resemble the cake color the most. Basically, I just have to mix the lightweight spackling and the paint together and then do a really thin layer of the lightweight spackling on the cake layer. So I've heard that this stuff smells pretty bad. Okay, so this does not look like what I had last time. It looks a little bit foamier. Standing all the way back here and I can smell it. I'm gonna scrape off this from the lid. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop out a little more. So this is what it looks like. You can see that it definitely does have the frosting texture. So now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and start dyeing it. First, I'm going to start off with a little bit of this mocha color. So this is the color that we have right now. I'm gonna go ahead and add in some of this golden brown. I don't want to add too much because that will dye it a lot darker. I don't know about you, but I think this color's a little bit too light. And I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of it in here. So this is the brown by Craftsmart. Still looks very light, so I'm gonna go ahead and add more of this brown and a little bit of the golden brown. I think it needs a little bit of orange or yellow, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those two colors. Let's just go ahead and add a really tiny bit. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of orange. I'm gonna add a little bit more mocha. I think this is actually a pretty good color, but let's go ahead and start frosting the top of the cake. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a glob, and this is gonna be like a really thin layer because it's not like I'm putting on a lot of decoration, and I want to have enough for doing the whipped cream. Okay, so this is what the top looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and start the sides. is what it looks like. You have to tell me if you can see it on camera, but yay! So I actually do think I did a little bit too much. I think we can go a little heavier on the bottom part. The bottom part will be easier to do. This is how much we have left. This is basically as much as I have left. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in a bag. I'll clean up and I'll come back later when those two parts have dried. Hello guys, so it is the next day. I've cleaned up a little, not that much, but this is what the cake is looking like. I have my piping bags here. I have some strawberries and some cherries. I think I can work with this, so it'll just have to be a little bit closer. And I can also cut the stems a little bit shorter. So I'm thinking that we start with the legs first. So I have the parchment paper here, but I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of lightweight spackling. So, yesterday got a little bit messy. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of brown to begin with. Okay, so I think I can add a lot more. I might try adding a little bit of golden brown. So I have the golden brown here. As you can see, it's starting to get there, but I think I'm going to need to add quite a bit more. I feel like this is the perfect color. I'm gonna go ahead and get scissors. So I have the scissors here. So I'm thinking maybe about that big. If I need to, I'll just cut more off. Enjoy the sped up process. Editing here, I just wanted to say that I did redo these feet a few times because I did not like the way that they were going. Now it's time to move on to the actual frostings. Okay, so I'm back. I washed this and I have my white paint. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of white to it. So you can see that the color isn't really that different. I'm going to go ahead and put the lightweight spackling into here. Let's go ahead and cut it. I'm gonna start small. So I think I just have to start and then I can redo it if I need to. I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up. Okay, so I am about halfway done, and this is what it's looking like so far. It's looking so good. Okay, so I just finished that, and look at this. Oh my gosh, I think I did a really good job at this, and it looks so good. I'm gonna set it right there. Some of the white paint. So it looks like it's getting pretty messy again. I've cleaned off my gloves a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to apply dollops like these all along the line. Okay, so I know it looks crazy right now, but I am gonna go over each one a little bit. So this is what it looks like. I was not expecting it that good. I'm gonna put the rest of the white lightweight spackling back into here. I will come back later when everything is dried. Hello guys, so it is the next day and the whipped cream part has dried. This is what it looks like. It looks so good. I'm gonna go ahead and put these gloves on and then we can get started. We're going to need 4 strawberries. I'm gonna go ahead and go get some scissors to cut off most of the stems. So I have the scissors here and I'm just gonna cut them down to about maybe right here, so then it's not in the way of all of the other stuff that I'm going to be adding. I think like that is how we're gonna go. So here's the rest of the lightweight spackling. I'm just going to put lightweight spackling on the bottom of each and then just place them where I want them. This is what it looks like. Okay, so this is what I have. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up like around it a little bit as best as I can. Okay, so I added a little bit of the white in between each strawberry, and then I fixed up a little bit of the whipped cream. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then our last step will be to add on the legs. Hello guys, so it is a week later. The legs have dried. I have a piece of sandpaper here that I'm going to sand down the feet a little bit more so it looks nice and even. So I finished the first foot. So I finished both of the feet and I filed down the edges so there's an easier surface for me to glue them on. Okay, so I have the cake here. So I have to adjust it to where I want it. I'm going to mark the area with this. Ignore the gloves in the back, but this is what I did to glue the legs on. It will probably take a day to dry, but other than that, the only part that we have left is to add the screws back on and the hinges back on, and then we'll be done. Hello guys, ignore the sanding right here. I was working on a separate project, but it's a week later and everything has dried, so all we need to do now is to put the screws and the hinge back on. I'm gonna place the screw in just to keep it in place. Now I'm going to have to very carefully screw on the lid. This is the final result. Let me know how you like it. I used lightweight spackling, acrylic paint, and fake strawberries for the actual decoration part. There are some other tools that I'll write down below in the description box. This jelly cat cake took me about 3 weeks to make. I feel like if I had worked on it more during the week, it would have only taken me about 1 week to do and not 3. But yeah, that was the overview. I hope you liked the video, and make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below some other crafts that you think I should do. Bye!